Oh shit. This is it, mates. The last level in the game. Titanic Monarch. My recommendation? Get the Chaos Emeralds to make your life considerably easier. This is the last of the stages and also, well, an original stage. So, naturally, it's going to be a lot more interesting. This is a pretty long zone, all things considered, and also pretty damn challenging. So whatever advantages you can make use of, I wholeheartedly recommend making use of them. Of course, once you got all of your Chaos Emeralds, you simply need to collect 50 rings and then transform. Can be a bit of a tricky challenge, all things considered, because there's not that many rings to pick up around here. It's also pretty easy to lose them. Ouch. I also believe that there is an achievement that's... well, the achievement, the professional run, for one of the acts you have to beat it without getting hit at all. I think it's this one, but I don't know. And getting hit in this case counts even getting hit with the shield on. So if you have a shield, doesn't matter. If you get hit, you're not getting that achievement. But I don't remember for which act it is, this one or the second one. I don't really know. But anyway, this is where I like to use the super form the most, because this place takes forever and it's pretty fucking dangerous. So I might as well take advantage of the fruits of my labor. Not particularly difficult labor, but whatever. Careful with these platforms, by the way. You can get crushed pretty easily. Oh, and that makes me upsetty quite a bit every fucking time it happens. HBH, hard-boiled heavies. Yeah, that's what it stands for, didn't you know? There's also a mini-boss in this area that many, they're not exactly looking forward to. And many don't particularly like dealing with and playing as Knuckles, because he's pretty hard to reach. However, I feel by this point you ought to have all the Chaos Emeralds. And if you're playing the PC version, well, you really have no reason not to collect those things, because you're not gonna be forced to constantly play in the super form anymore. You can do it at your own volition. No, you don't even have to turn it on if you don't feel like it. So you have no real reason anymore to ignore them. Just go for them. It's gonna be fine. God damn it. I just wanna rev up. Here we go. That helped. Here it is. The core. The evil motherfucking Skynet core. This one is pretty tough to hit with Knuckles, but it doesn't mean shit if you're in a super form. However, if you're in a super Knuckles form, this next phase can be a bit tricky, because when the elevator goes up, you're back to your regular jumping height. And it's a little annoying. In the sense that, well, a Super Knuckles, at that point, you still can't fucking reach him. Yeah, takes care of that guy. I don't feel like dealing with his dumbass in a fair fight. I got me a super form and that's what I'll use. And this is it. The last act of the game. If you never had any of the Chaos Emeralds, or rather if you never got all of the Chaos Emeralds, I should say, because once you get to this point, this is it. The point of no return is finally here. And no. And this stage, I gotta say, was a little confusing at first, but I got it figured out now. Basically, you have 4 areas to visit. Complete them as quickly as you can to make sure that you, well, get to the boss. Because there's no other way to go. You have to go to these 4 distinct areas and complete them. There are no bottomless pits in this place. Instead, the bottomless pits are covered with teleportation gas. As I like to call it, at least. So that's what it is. It's just like gas which teleports you around if you touch it. So, no need to worry about falling into a pit and dying. What you do have to worry about though is crushing. Oh yeah, I forgot, there is that combine ring from Knuckles Chaotix. Not particularly useful in your super form because, well, if you get hit by something that can kill you, you're probably gonna die instantaneously anyway. But it works exactly like in Knuckles Chaotix. It combines your rings into larger chunks, meaning that whenever you do get hit and you drop them, it'll be a lot less stuff to pick up, making it a lot easier to recover all of your stuff. You know, I'm glad that the super form theme is better and less repetitive. So, after a while it does get a little bit on the nerves, so best thing you can do when you have it, move it. Take me down to Paradise City, Egg Robo! Shit. Here we go. That's half of the areas complete. You'll note that a wall shows up in front of the areas that you have already gone through. That's nice, but it's kinda difficult to notice that wall. At least for me. I didn't even realize the first time around that the wall was in the way. So yeah, that's about it. I have nothing else to say. I didn't do anything stupid or anything, it's just I didn't notice it. Now I do notice it, but it kinda blends in with the environment, you know, so it can be a bit difficult to see it. And one more, and we can go to the boss. Take this hole right here on the left, take a ride to Paradise City with your friendly Egg Robo, and then go on these spinny arms. Don't mind the drones when you're in super form, they can't harm you. No, the only thing that can harm you now is your own stupidity if you fall into a bottomless pit. Or worse, if you run out of rings and you're nowhere close to being finished. You know, this spot can be a little tricky to get around. If only because, well, right now you move quite fucking fast. It's difficult to get around this place. But that's okay, we're taking some shortcuts. Don't forget that in the super form, you must keep replenishing your supply of rings if you want to maintain the super form. For the boss fight, I recommend having at least 50 rings. Shit. Easier done than said, in some cases, but not this one. I feel here it's a bit more difficult to pull it off. Considering there's not a lot of rings to work with. Oh, nice. And also considering that the stages aren't, well, pretty long. Sometimes when you teleport through, your palette glitches out and you become a dark version of yourself. And here it is. The last boss of the game, if you don't have the Chaos Emeralds. He's a pretty tough son of a bitch, and he's a concept that was unused in the Sonic CD port that Christian Whitehead worked on. While you're in the super form, you will never be grabbed by those phantom hands, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, I believe having an electric shield is very helpful because, well, simply put, you avoid getting hit by the electricity. Oh yeah, you do. Try to hit the son of a bitch as many times as you can to get rid of his chain links, though that can be difficult, especially when you lose your damn shield. Alright, when you don't have a shield or the super form, these phantom hands will show up. And you will meet up with some of the phantom heavies, like the phantom cop. Don't bother fighting them, because there does not appear to be a way to destroy them, nor any benefit. Oh, nice. There you go, defeated. If you didn't have the Chaos Emeralds, this would be it. But it ain't over yet. Welcome to the last zone of the game. Here we see one of the hardboiled heavies a little different than normal, and we didn't even get to fight him at all. That's because he is fought by Knuckles in his own playthrough. And, well, Robotnik and this heavy seem to be at odds. They don't seem to like each other very much. Meanwhile, we would like to not let them win, so let's get on to it. This boss fight is quite a challenge, if I do say so myself. Not a particularly difficult one, but your biggest challenge here will be to avoid getting hit, because Mr. Heavy King here, whatever the fuck his name is, shoots energy projectiles at you, which will hurt. Don't think for a moment that that doesn't hurt. Oh no, it does. It cuts down 10 rings per hit. So, not a very good thing to get hit by. There's also a fuckload of these projectiles, and when they're not being shot at you, they're being used as a shield to protect the heavy from you. You need to hit both him and Robotnik 8 times, I believe. Which means that you have to do 16 hits. It's kind of like all the other final bosses in other Sonic games, but this time you have 2 bosses to worry about, so it takes twice as long to defeat them. It's also more difficult because these projectiles are not that easy to dodge, as I've learned from personal experience. Robotnik here can't really damage you worth shit with his, as I've learned, called Klepto Machine. Nice name, by the way. But the heavy can hurt you. If anything, Robotnik is just here to stun you, to be an annoying prick. Could be a dangerous thing to happen to you if you're running low on rings. There is also some kind of a screen nuke move that you can do, but I would not recommend doing it because it doesn't seem to do anything. If anything, it just cuts down your ring count by 10 rings and flashes the screen. Can anyone tell me what exactly it's meant to do? Because I can't seem to notice a particular usage for it. It doesn't seem to do anything. There goes the heavy. And there goes Robotnik. And that's it. The game is complete. It only took 2 hours. Nice. Oy vey, animation! We haven't seen one of these in a while. Looks pretty good too. Wait, didn't we break that some time ago? Who the fuck put that back there? God damn it. Oh wow, the Chinese fireworkers have really learned how to make fireworks animated. I never thought they'd pull through. And yeah, that is that. That's the end of the game. So what can I tell you guys? It's Sonic Mania, and it's a 10 out of motherfucking 10. There's nothing else to say about this. The people behind this game have done an incredible job in making this game the way it is. And as far as I know, they're still working on bug fixes, so after some time, this game will get even better. So we just have to wait a little bit and see what comes out of it. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. I mean, I think I said everything I wanted to say, and if there is something that I haven't said yet, I will say it later. Maybe check out other things, because we still have the extras to check out, the bonus stages to check out, and of course, Knuckles. So until then, I'll say this. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Richards from DaGameTrain, and I'll see you all next time for some more Sonic Mania. Stay tuned!